Hi St. Bart's friends, it's Miss Sheila here, and I'm going to be with you for chapel for the next few weeks because Rev Mark is actually on a trip and he'll be back at the beginning of August, so you get to have chapel with me. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about God and how He is always with us. Did you know that? That no matter what, He is always around. You can talk to Him at any time, at day or night, and He will be there. If you're feeling a little lonely or a little sad, you can ask Him for help. Or if you're feeling happy, you can share with Him why you're so joyous. So today we're going to read a book about how God is always with us. It's called On Morning Wings. And I'm going to actually read it to you, and I'm going to have the camera right on the picture so you can see Him really clearly. This story is called On Morning Wings. Lord, you look at me and know me. Every step I take, you show me. When I rise and when I rest, you will always know me best. Where I walk or sit or stand, you still hold me in your hand. And if I don't know how to pray, you understand me anyway. Once when I was lost, you found me, then I felt your arms around me. When I'm afraid and want to hide, you are always by my side. When I'm lonely, you are near. When I'm angry, you stay here. High as heaven bright, you greet me. Down in darkness, too, you meet me. You are with me everywhere, in light and shadow, fire and air, in every tiny grain of sand, and in the desert, vast and grand. On morning wings in oceans deep, when I'm awake and when I sleep. In my secret self you made me, in the blazing sun you shade me. Know me, lead me, guide my way through every hour of every day, for all my life and all I do. I will always be with you. The end. God is always with us. Whenever we need something, all we need to do is just reach out to Him and talk to Him. You can just say a little prayer, ask Him for help. Or like I said, when you have something happy or joyous to tell Him about, He wants to hear about those things too. We're going to finish chapel with a song today. I'm hoping you can help me sing it. A lot of you probably know this song if you've been coming to school at St. Bart's, and those of you who are new to St. Bart's, you're going to learn this song this year when you're at school. This one's called He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. Do you know that song? I do. It's one of my favorites. And it's true, God does have the whole world in His hands. He's got me in His hands. He's got you in His hands. He's got everything all in His hands. He's keeping us safe. Well, so go ahead and let's sing together, okay? He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the sun and the moon in His hands. He's got the earth and the sky in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the trees and the flowers in His hands. He's got the oceans and the rivers in His hands. He's got the wind and the rain in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the owls and the bluebirds in His hands. He's got the zebras and the lions in His hands. He's got the snakes and the turtles in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the whales and the dolphins in His hands. He's got the lobsters and the crabs in His hands. He's got the spiders and the bugs in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the grandmas and the grandpas in His hands. He's got the tiny little babies in His hands. He's got the mamas and the papas in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got everybody in His hands. He's got you and me, sister, in His hands. He's got you and me, brother, in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. Look at everybody. All the things that God's holding on to.